Ira Epstein with your morning flash update for this Monday, and we're now sitting here at the 15th of August, 2022, halfway through the month, coming to the end of summer, as you can imagine. Kids go back to school, a lot of things going on, and it is 8:30 a.m. Central Time. I just heard it go off in my pocket on my flipper, if you will. I like to call it that, my phone. In any case, we wake up in the morning. Before I went to bed last night, I had put out my written updates. I went to bed early. By the way, you missed nothing. I did not put out my weekly updates on YouTube channel, and the reason is doctor's orders. I feel a lot better, making great progress. Went to the doctor, was scared on Friday because all the stitches had popped. They said, nah, it'll heal normally. Leave the gap open, it fills in. Well, you can imagine, my knees were shaking. I'm going, what the heck is going on? But they didn't want me to do any excessive talking over the weekend and let everything heal up more. And I can still feel the pain, but I'm better by far. No cough, by the way. That went away with the COVID. We'll see if President Biden gets a lingering cough. I saw him speaking, I think it was Thursday, and he was coughing pretty good. And he had just come off COVID. So, the news on Sunday night, Japan's numbers looked a little better. Their economy picked up a little bit. So we went into Chinese numbers. Whoa, did they come out terrible. I'll show you them in a minute. Needless to say, nearly $5 lower in the crude oil market. Gasoline down 14 cents. Then we step over to Dr. Copper, down 9 cents. This is a bounce. It was down 12 cents. Dollar up on the news, most currencies down. So before I go too far, and we'll get into the stock indices, let's step back and take a look at what we've got here and see if I can, let's get it. I want to go to one more that's different than that one. It'll come right here. There we are. Okay. First, let's go to the New York Fed that just came out. This is a terrible set of numbers. I mean, my God, negative 31.3 on the index. They were looking for an up 5, which was half of the month before. Instead, 6 times worse. Oh, my. And when you see every category falling apart, we get home builders index coming out at 9, but here's China. And you cannot tell me that locking down an economy time after time again could do anything but hurt it. Do you remember how many of the different analysts were still saying, nah, they're still holding on to their 5% growth? Then it became, well, just under 5. Then it became 4.5%. Well, now they're estimating 3.8%, down from the 3.9 that increase in June. So I'm going back in time, keep slipping. This is the big problem. Retail sales, which is the internal growth, where their own people are buying, only up 2.7% from a year earlier, July, and that's lower than the 3.1 in June. This technique of theirs, this draconian, we're going to lock you in until you get better, is insanity. Nothing short of it. You cannot take an economy that size and do it. The country doesn't want to get Moderna, Pfizer, whatever the drug is that works. It stays with its own. If it works so well, they don't have to go into lockdowns. Remember, this is not a democracy. If they round up a neighborhood and they say you're getting your shot, guess what? You're getting your shot. That's just how it works. Okay, it works no other way there. But the vaccines don't work well. They're going to have to make an adjustment. The People's Party Congress is coming up. This cannot look good for Xi. We'll see what goes on. I don't know that he has any enemies that'll surface one way or the other, but that's what you're looking at. But what does it mean for us? Let's come back to the markets now, if we could here, and see if I can get them to come in. And here we go. Let's see if this will work. Yeah. Okay. So for the stock market initially, it has to be anti-inflationary. If you take out half the world's demand for the copper market and all that demand where they have been storing up in China, gasoline from Russia, and their economy is slowing down, just how much do they need? How much can they afford to buy? Well, that brings the price of this back in the line. So is that bearish our stock market? There's so many moving parts. That's where it gets very, very interesting, and I don't think it is. Bonds and notes showing you that as they're both getting a bid as interest rates are actually falling. You can't go buy U.S. grains. This is all about weather. You are in that time of the year where limit up, limit down moves the norm. Look at cotton. Its limit up is soybeans. Got to be close to whatever the day's limited. It might be 70 cents. You get improving weather. You get bushels per acre just going up 1 or 2. Watch out. That weighs on the market. You see the inflation scenario in the metals. So you put it all together. You have an interesting time. This is a crazy 2-week period getting into the end of September, end of summer, people taking their last vacations. European big traders, they're out, they're running around somewhere else, but they're not here, I can tell you that. They're wherever they're going to be. Ideally, Sardinia, Portofino. I can go to all the beautiful spots. I wish I was there this year. One of my best friends is leaving for Sardinia next week. I wish I was in his suitcase going with him. Oh, by the way, I just got invited to meet and do a dinner with Mike Pompeo. So it'll be, one of my friends, a huge donor, and the meeting's in Chicago, and he says, Ira, come on, you've never seen him speak. Come on, meet the man. Okay, so away I go. That should be an interesting time, and that'll come up, I think, first week of September or so. So I'll let you know how that all goes as well. In the meantime, folks, it's summer. Take advantage of some of the things that we have to offer for you. And, you know, one of the things that I think is the best that you could do is starting off each morning, 5:30, 6 in the morning, when I put out my morning subscriber video. It's the first look at the markets. Now, I've already taken a look before I do these, and I'm giving you an idea of Asia, Europe, the U.S., related back to what the futures are doing, bring you up to date with reports that have either come out or going to come out worldwide. Then we dive into 40 different futures charts for the day's trading activity. So I'm going to cover these markets all in sequence. And by the way, on this, there's a scroll bar. So that let's assume you want to go right to the, let's say you want to go to energies right away. You scroll over, it lights up in big letters, and it says, hey, when you're in the energy section, and away it goes. We give you free our desktop app, or it's really our QT Mobile. The desktop doesn't come with this. It's that. How do you get all this? It's simple. All you need to do is go to my website, and right up here, either click when you're watching this, or go to www.iraepstein.com. Free offers. Got it? Free offers for parts of what we have. And for this particular offering, go to the research section. So we have 3 different areas that I think are important. We have the research, which is where you get this, education, where you get all my different courses, and the free offers section for everything else. I'm talking better. I am intending to take a look this week and start special reports again. I haven't done one of those in a long time, and I promise you in September, as I'm better, we'll begin the webinars every 2 weeks or so where you get invited in. We'll be talking spiders, stocks, ETFs, and the futures markets and those. I'm Ira Epstein. You have a good day. See you at the end of the day with our market wrap-up.